Every now and then manufacturers release lenses, maybe once every year or even 2 years, but then Zeiss go and release 6 of them at the same time. The Milvus lenses. And they do look pretty slick. The hood looks sort of integrated, made of metal, and it feels incredibly solid. Everything about these lenses is built like a tank. Well, not a tank, tanks are boring. This kind of stuff makes you wonder how one can get so fascinated by rubber and metal. That is the beauty of a lens. And what's more, they're all weather sealed. But one thing you have to cope with is the fact that they're all manual focus lenses. Manual focus! Oh no! What am I going to do? What are you going to do? Perhaps you could start by learning how to manual focus, and it's worth it if you're going to use these lenses. That's quite interesting. And that is a very smooth ring, by the way, on the lens, not my own one. As you focus to the closest focusing distance, you start to see all these numbers come out from in between the lens hood and the lens barrel. This is nothing like the ordinary focus rings on any of your modern Canon or Nikon lenses. And this is the Milvus 35mm f2. The focus ring is so smooth. Most modern DSLR viewfinders aren't great for manual focusing, but at f8, be there or wherever, rock the focus ring back and forth and bang, there's your shot. Then for the Nikon mount you've got the aperture ring. Nice clickiness, but you can declick them for the Nikon version. It comes with a tool to declick. You'll know which one it is because it's written on it. Declicking is dead easy, so easy I can't even believe we've bothered filming it. For a lens that only manual focuses, not autofocuses, you want the ring to be super smooth. And especially with this, it's quite a long throw for more accurate manual focusing. Although the barrel of the lens is quite bare, it's quite smooth. It does have this rubberized bit around the focus bit and an aperture, so it's incredibly grippy. The ergonomics are nice, even though there's something that I don't quite like about the rubber grip. Perhaps it's the fact that they're not extremely grippy, and when the rest of the lens is bald as a coot, you really have to be careful when you're changing lenses too. Trying to twist a big lens like the 85. There are hairy moments when your sack shrivels up at the fear of that 1.3 kilograms of metal and glass dropping to the concrete, but I love the feel of snapping it slowly into focus, combined with the superb optics. And they've apparently improved the optical formula over the classic Zeiss lenses for the Nikon and the Canon. So this should be even better. Mind you, the 35mm Discon has a similar optical design to the classic one, with 9 elements and 7 groupings. It is incredibly contrasty and sharp. Optically, it's a barnstormer. I mean, things look really quite good, even when shooting in the sun, which you'd be stupid to do. There's still nothing. I like you, lovely Milvus 35mm lens, but there is one problem with it. Yes, it's nice, but 35mm is a bit boring, isn't it? How about this? 21mm f2.8. Yes, this is fun. Look at the shape of that. Bulbous at the end. This lens is, well, woof. It is a hefty, curvaceous monster of a lens. Making me get a little bit excited. This is quite easily one of the best wines you can get for a DSLR. Excellent sharpness in the centre wide open with a slight drop off in the corners. Vignetting is noticeable, but that goes away between f4 to 5.6 when you get the best sharpness. And oh, hardly any distortion.
Oh, you're
And this is quite an amazing lens to use. The focus row is even longer on this. But to be honest, you can just guess the focus most of the time. It's so wide. Look at the size of that. Trying to make an ultra wide angle with minimal distortion and good performance right up to the edges is not easy.
But this 21mm discon shares a similar design to the classic 16-element 13 grouping lens. For something a little bit new, you might want to look at the 15mm f1.4. It is a much better lens than classic Zeiss 15mm planar. The level of detail you get is quite astounding. Not Otis kind of level, but really not far off. When you look at the 21, the 35, 51.4 and 85 1.4 shot wide open, the 51.4 proves to be a classy performer. The 21 is excellent too, but I have to say that the 85 is really quite phenomenal, possibly the best of the bunch. The 85 is also a new design. Apart from one spherical element, it's very similar to the Otis lens. Theoretically softer, in practice it is quite a cracker at resolving the details. And then there's the bokeh test. Bokeh is alright with the 35 and the 21. Oh, that's wide, a bit too wide. I was thinking that my crap dancing would be out of frame. The macro lenses fare a little bit better, with smoother blurry bits, but the 51.4 produces some tasty bokeh. But that 85 f1.4, oh, that is sexy bokeh. There's a tiny bit of spherochromatism on some of the lenses. The colour bokeh, fringing on the out of focus bits, kinda normal, not out of the ordinary. Still, these are 4 extraordinary lenses with not such ordinary price tags, yes, but not totally unreasonable for the performance you get. Sure, you get no autofocus, obviously, and that really is the only real downer with these. Certain photographers will be able to appreciate these lenses for what they are, but with a sufficient number of photographers preferring autofocus lenses, it doesn't matter how good these lenses are, they will never ever consider them. But there are 2 lenses that they might accept as manual focus. That's the macro lenses.